Oh my gosh, it feels like the perfect place to kick off this movie that's been in the making for 50 years, or everyone was hoping it would be made one day and that Judy would give her blessing. So it seems really perfect that it's here where she lives, and we're going to go screen it at her theater, and we're going to be in her bookstore tomorrow, which I've heard so much about, and didn't think I'd actually get the chance to come here, so to come with the movie is great.
Very.
So Abby was already signed on, Kathy Bates, and I was a huge fan of Kelly's, and Jim Brooks was involved, and I knew Judy had given her blessing, so it was pretty stacked by the time it got around to me, so it was an easy yes.
Wow.
Yeah, so I play Margaret's mother, kind of a free spirit, artist type, and recently moved Margaret from her beloved New York to New Jersey, and we're trying to make a new life there, and I've quit my job to be a full-time mom and learn to cook and all this sort of stuff, and so we're kind of both in an identity crisis, I guess, having parallel lives. I love that about this movie too, you know, that Kathy Bates' character, who plays Margaret's grandmother, is also going through her own identity crisis and figuring out who she is now without her family nearby. And so I think it crosses a lot of generations that way. Yeah, I mean, it was a joy to come to work. Abby and Kathy are just such free spirits and so open and so intelligent and passionate about what they do. So, and they were great together. They became really good friends and had such great chemistry. So it was fun to just sit back and watch them play too. But yeah, I mean, and Kathy Bates is just one of the greatest of all time. And she's just, there's no one like her. She's a legend. So it was great to get to work with her. You know, Kelly and I got a lot of time to talk about the character in advance, and I think us both being working moms, we, were able to bring a lot to the character from the start, and it's always just great to have the writer not only on set but the director as well, you know, to really just complete her full vision. And if there's, anything's not working, it's easy, she's right there to fix it. Yeah. So it was really convenient that way. And then Jim is just, I mean, he's such a champion of this project and of Kelly, and they work so well together, and Jim has the most generous laugh. I mean, you always knew something was truly funny because he didn't hold back, even though we could all hear him, and I'm sure the camera was picking it up too. But just like had wild abandon and passion for the project, and that sort of seeped into every corner of it, of putting it together. So I hope everyone just has a really good time at the movies. You know, I feel like that's something that we don't get enough of anymore. I feel like coming out of the pandemic and all the isolation, and especially for young people, I think this could help them feel not alone so much, and all those rites of passage they had to go through alone over the past couple years. You know, we get to kind of come together in the theater together and laugh about the intensity of growing up and how funny it can be at the same time. So I think it's a really well-rounded movie. I just hope everybody has a good time and maybe sheds a tear or two. I mean, I did, but
I did too.